Welcome to episode 428, Confidence in the Klutch Podcast with Donald Nelson on the Confidence in the Klutch Network. I'm here to educate and entertain, inform. Click that bell for notification. New content when I drop. New media, energy up, health as well. We start out today's pod getting a Konfident Service Announcement about having patience. I tell you what, you got your people that try you. You got co-workers. You got your what you call them people at work? Your coworkers. You got your kids, you got your mates, you got whatever. People, you know what I'm saying? You got to have a lot of patience, especially when some people don't understand, you know what I'm saying? The word energy and how it is, people don't understand when bad energy is upon them. Energy is transferable, so they don't understand. Like when you can see, not that something is wrong with people, because you can't talk to people like something is wrong with them. You talk with them, ask them, is something I can help you with? Is there something going on that you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people don't understand, especially people that may wear their emotions on their sleeve, and you see it on their face. So it is what it is. But just, you got to give yourself some grace, and you got to give others grace as well. Like you got to have, hold up, y'all. I'm trying to get to this cord. Like, you got to have patience. I don't know. I'm going to pull it out trying to pull on it like that shit. You got to have patience, man, with others. Man, fuck it. You got to have patience with yourself and with others because ain't nothing easy. And, as a coach for athletes and a personal coach, for regular humans, we will say without no struggle, there is no progress. And there's times in the athletic world that is true, but in regular life, you should be able to progress without struggling to a certain degree. Things can be a little difficult. Nothing impossible that you want to do, but, struggle is natural. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just go through it, though. But, when it's time to cash that check got to get cashed, though. You know what I mean? Regardless, whoever, whatever, however, you got to cash that motherfucking check. So, just keep your resolve, keep your head, and remember you can't control what people do, say, think, or if they listen to you. And it may not be your fault, but it is your problem. So when you got all that shit on this side and this over here, at times it don't feel good, you know what I mean? But you just got to sit back and sometimes watch other people make their errors, and hopefully you can help them not make a mistake, because I'm big on an error doesn't become a mistake unless you refuse to correct it. So just have patience, but have patience with yourself too. Remember, you're evolving and growing as well as others, especially the children, your children. We all know how teenagers are. Teenage boys and teenage girls, they different, but they similar in some of the things. So it is what it is. Just make sure you got patience. All right, yo, we ready? We ready to jump into it. Politics as usual. Elon versus Trump. I don't know what's going on, but it seemed like to me that the Elon versus Trump thing might be the best for both parties, because now they got an enemy, right? So my enemy's enemy is a friend of mine. So if you look at it from the Dems' perspective, hey, what Elon, what you got, homie? You know what I mean? What you got? What you know? You've been on the inside. What you know, right? All over the big, beautiful bill, they having this fallout, talking crazy on social media. Trump, like, you keep on talking, I'll cancel this $20 billion in government funds. That'll help lessen the debt. Like, all right. You know what I'm saying? And on the other side from the Republicans, like, yeah, Trump, we told you he didn't need to be here. You had him around. He wasn't valid. He wasn't verified. You had him around creating a position, and look at him now, man. You got to do better with who you pick over it, man. So, man. However, at the end of the day, what if Elon do know stuff? And what if he did that to get up in there to figure out how close he can get to find out things so he can make it happen, right? Yeah, I know. All right. Trump is eliminating trio programs, right? So we got like Upper Bound and all these other programs. I don't know, like in Wisconsin, it's called the People Program, where like you can go to UW system schools. People try to go to the flagship Madison, and they take care of your tuition for it. You got to come up room and board and all these things. That's for students that may be coming from economically disadvantaged backgrounds. Sometimes it's some of these things, first time students, all these little programs. But then they got the other programs where you're doing well and the income don't matter and you can do what you do. Them finna be done in this big, beautiful bill. Then you got funding for CLCs. People, they got CLCs after school in the cities, mostly the inner cities, where kids can go, get them a nice little snack, a meal. They feed them at CLC, enrichment, activities, and all that stuff. It's almost like an after-school extension community learning center for children that they ain't got. Instead of sitting in the extension daycare joint, they got activities. So that's going. The homeless education program for children who are homeless. We got a lot of those in the inner city, a lot of those black children homeless in the homeless education program, which means regardless if you're homeless, you still can get educated. We'll make sure to take care of you. We transport you back to the shelter, all that stuff. That's gone. Work study for college. Man, damn, B. Work study for college students, man. So motherfuckers need work study to make ends meet to stay in college. And you saying, oh, man. And even if y'all want to say that Trump, he didn't know, he's signing it. So when you signing it, you do know. Man, thoughts and prayers. Man, Trump is sending 2,000, well, he's had sent 2,000, it was like 300, right? 300, 500 National Guard. But he has, what word am I looking for? Approved like 2,000 National Guard to LA to quell ICE protests and violence against ICE agents and federal immigration raids. Shit hit the fan on Sunday, right? Marches on the highway shut down part of the 101, burning in little automated self-driving cars, right? Governor Gavin Newsom is pissed. You know what I'm saying? Says he's suing Trump, and he did for overstepping. You didn't communicate with the governor. Back in the 60s, they did this, but this was by the president because down in Alabama, they didn't want them students to attend the University of Alabama. It's like 2 black students, a male and a female, man and woman, and they didn't want them attending. And the governor down there was like, shit, they ain't getting in here. So we sent the National Guard to make sure they got up in school. Man, Karen Bass said they tried to tell Trump sending the guard will make it worse because you're going to agitate the people down here. So Trump stated he would use the Marines, and they on standby call, ready to go, and they ready to be deployed if they ain't there yet. Because last night they said they've been deployed, so they should be there. And I got a question. With these ICE raids, when you got these Democratic congressional members, House, Senate, they want to, I'm going to the thing. I'm going to the detention center. Let me in, this motherfucker. I'm Congress. And per Congress, I can go check the state of the motherfucker whenever I want to. Why y'all put Maxine Waters out there like that for optics, man? The shit wasn't funny, but it was funny because it was on, if you, you watch a video, you scroll up, like, and say you watching it like CNN, like you got 3 videos right here. And they kept on it. The part that was on repeat was when she walked, the white man walked in and said, ma'am, you're going to have to contact my supervisor, but we on lockdown. And he closed the door and she tried to grab on the inside and she knew that probably wasn't smart. She tried to grab on the thing and she grabbed that motherfucker hard as hell, but she had a water bottle in her hand and they kept on playing like, bye, like, bye, man. Man, y'all out of order for that shit. I'm putting our sister out there. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, them, for the photo op shit. Once again, yes, everybody should come into this country legally. Since that is not the case, how do we go about helping those who don't know how to enter properly? I saw a picture on CNN on Sunday's protest where that further takes my thinking and thinking of all. Protesters holding a sign on the 101 and it read, "No one's illegal on stolen land." And I told y'all before, these people been traversing this continent, right? This whole continent. And that 20 miles in Central America they got to go through, the most treacherous 20 miles on their trip. And if they make it through that, they can get up here from them, South America. They've been doing this for centuries, right? Trading with different tribes and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. We know that. So this has been the worst thing so far, proportion-wise, with what we see, with the violence towards law enforcement, too, who are just doing their damn job. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's... And then I was looking at CNN today. They was talking about how the police don't even know what ICE doing, when they doing it, how they doing it. So therefore, it kind of throws them into a fucked up situation because they don't know what the hell is going on. So, you know, I ain't riding for the boys, but I feel sorry for the boys because they ain't in control of shit. The feds stepping on them all over the place. But they the ones getting fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, man, you see all them rocks they was throwing at them, man? Please, man, whew. So last night was the fourth night of unrest, and now we got people looting. The police is ready for them on their ass coming up out of that CVS. Man, they was coming out with the whole little hand cart thing full of shit. Hell no. Police are like, nope. So, man, it is what it is. I'm not laughing at people going in and get shit, but that's not what this is about. That's not what this is about. I hate when the outside agitators come in and do extra shit. You know, march, protest, but don't assault law enforcement or loot because it will end badly for you. We know that for a fact, y'all. Is it safe to say that? We know it's going to end badly for them, so they got to be smart. Protest, do all this shit, but don't do that, man. You know, in the comments, man, and keep it going, man. All right, let's move on to the NBA. NBA, right? All right. Adam Silver last Thursday said there still would be some form of NBA versus world in the next All-Star game. All right? How, Sway? How, Sway? You know what I'm saying? And now the All-Star game we play in the afternoon. I remember back in the days it was playing in the afternoon. It wasn't a primetime thing. But fucking up tradition due to the players' effort. So these... Man, I was finna go, man. We can't have these spoon-fed lapdogs dictating tradition and history, man. Y'all tripping, man. Y'all don't want to play hard. Y'all blaming on corporate events. But we watch y'all playing hard as hell in the summer. I don't get it, right? So... when you fuck up tradition, you can't look for sympathy. But y'all got y'all hand out wanting this money, right? But y'all want to do all the shit. Here's the thing. Last year, we had 18 Americans and 6 Europeans in the game, right? So that's fine. That's fine. However, that 18 now finna get taken down to 12? That ain't fair. It's not equitable for American basketball for that to happen. I wonder how many of them 18 were Canadian players or South American or Central American players. I was still listening to First Take. Stephen A got a message saying it needs to be America versus the world so we could use the Canadian players. But I don't know if we had 18 Americans, meaning North, Central, and South America, we let them go over there, man. Man, I don't know, B. I don't know how that would work. But we talked about the shit previously when they first were bringing it up. I know that. Like this will affect the fans who vote, contract incentives, and the feel of the game. But the players, it's on y'all. That's on y'all. That's on y'all, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. We taking away from people that deserve to be in the All-Star game and put in people that would never make an All-Star game just to do the world team, if you ask me. Knicks, head coaching thoughts. What y'all think? We heard everybody from make a trade for Ime. They ain't got enough. Mike Malone, who's out here. He like Tibbs. Ty Lue, you ain't got it. You ain't got enough. Budenholzer, he ain't when he got fired from his last 2 jobs. He getting too much money. Do we want him? Frank Vogel, the same thing. Fired from his last 2 jobs. Taylor Jenkins from Memphis. Can he come up here and ball? They fired him there. They set him up in Memphis. Ron Artest talking about he want the job. I'm from New York. You know what I mean? Mark Jackson my pick. Mark Jackson is my pick. Go ahead. Why Mark ain't out here? Been over 10 years. That man been blackballed all because his religious shit don't align with the LGBTQ plus IA shit. It is what it is. He has a right to his own opinion, not his own facts. Like, if you were saying, I'll never coach, I never work with a motherfucker, if y'all got that on tape somewhere, then I understand. If not, hire Mark Jackson as the Knicks' next coach. That's what I say. All right? Let's talk about it, y'all. The finals, Pacers Thunder, game 1, we was all there, right? First, we was like, Casey Wallace starting instead of Hardenstein. Better defender on the perimeter, we get that, but let's see if it pays off, right? So it was like 10-9, and then Hardenstein entered the game. It was a 15-5 run, you know what I'm saying, at the end of that first quarter. So, but we all know what happened in the first game. At half, I'm like, Hallie got to do more than have 6 points. You know what I'm saying? Pascal got to have more than 8 points. But them boys is on lockdown with that swarming defense. You know what I'm saying? But the thing with the first game that helped them, the turnovers, right? It was 19 turnovers. 19 turnovers that Indiana committed, but the Thunder only scored 6 points off of that. How, Sway? How does that happen? That's terrible. That's terrible. However, because of that, and the Thunder wasn't shooting at a high clip, that allowed the Pacers to stay in that game. Like in the fourth quarter, let's see, the Thunder led by 15, and then the Pacers went on a 12-2 run, and then another 10-2 run later on, 30 seconds left, and then Hallie go up and make another shot. Hallie gonna make them shots. He just got it, but the Thunder should have won that game. But it shouldn't have been that close for Hallie to make that shot because they was bugging, right? Right? So if the Thunder was 80-18 coming up to that game, why change your lineup now to do that? Right? The Pacers going to keep on going. They're going to keep on coming at you because that's what they built for. They didn't get overwhelmed. Hallie and Pascal, they had better second halves than the first half in game 1, right? The points off turnovers, 11-4. The Indy turned the ball over 24 times. You have to capitalize more for you, the Thunder. And I'm thinking I might change my pick to Pacers in 6, right? Because the Thunder play too cool and shit, you know what I'm saying? With a dash of arrogance, you know what I mean? But I said, no, I can't do that. But they let a team come back in a game that they were up 17, and like, no, 15 in the fourth. But Pacers have shown this whole playoffs, get ahead and stay ahead. You know what I mean? So the Pacers up 1-0. So I'm like, the Thunder has to win by 15 plus in game 2, right? Like a 42-19 first quarter type shit, right? So what happened when we get to game 2? You know what I'm saying? Game 2, it was a total different thing, right? So the Thunder was up 59-41 in the first half, and like I said, needed to happen. That shit happened. A 19-2 second quarter run turned a 6-point lead into a 23-point lead. Halliburton for the game at 17 on 7-13 shooting. 3 for 8 from trade ball lane, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 5 turnovers. In 2 games, Halliburton is averaging 15.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal. Pascal Siakam is averaging 17 points, 8.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.5 steals. They're locked up. You got to let them out. They got to get more aggressive, yo. They got to get more aggressive. But I told y'all previously, last pod, that Indiana's half-court offense fucking sucks. And that's going to be OKC's saving grace because OKC is better at every position and do everything a little bit better than Indiana. Shea played in the pick and roll well, Snake dribbling and getting through it. You know what I mean? He had 34, 5, 8, and 4 in that game. Caruso had 20 off the bench, open trades. Wiggins had 24, 5, and 8 from trade ball line. Williams had 19, 5, and 5. Chet had 15 and 6. That's too many players the Pacers have to guard. You can't stop everybody. And I don't know if Jalen Williams, he's an all-star, right? Can't take that away from him. But, man, is it, man, could they trade Jalen Williams and somebody else and some of them picks for somebody else? I'm just saying. You got to be having 25s, 25 to 28s. You know what I'm saying? But their team is so slick. I mean, it's working right now. We ain't going to trip. For the series, Hallie has 30 points total. Caruso has 30 points, right? Shout out to Perk. I mean, Perk said this shit. The 6th man cannot have the same amount of points as the best player on the other team, first of all. And Hallie has no free throw attempts in 2 games. He ain't getting to the hole. He getting over the back calls, all types of shit, man. Listen, at the end of the day, regardless of all the shit we talking, they heading back to Indy, and Indy done split with the motherfucking Thunder, though. The best team in the league the whole year. So it's safe to say, even though Indy didn't play well that game too, they split. So now they got to go for 2 games in Indianapolis, and they just got to win one of those. But if they only win one of those, now it's back to the best out of 3. So we really don't want to do that. The Thunder can't go to Indiana and go down 3-1. You know what I mean? So it's going to be very interesting. But my game 3 prediction, I got the Thunder. I got the Thunder going in there understanding the assignment. You know what I'm saying? Understanding the assignment. If we lose game 3, we definitely ain't going to get game 4 in this bitch. We getting game 3. And they got to play hard as fuck, right? But it's going to be very interesting with that raucous Indiana crowd, all right? You know in the comments, y'all, what y'all think. Keep the conversation going. All right. BET Awards. All right, real quick, y'all. Psych, this is going to take a minute. Kevin Hart is funny as fuck when he did his monologue talking about Kirk Franklin, talking about don't be up there dick popping, talking about, it's fucking crazy, right? Talking about no baby oil, none of this shit, right? The 106 in Park top 10 took it back. I love that. Brought back all the VJs except for AJ. He must have had something going on, right? The Ashanti medley was cool. Jim Jones balling. A. Marie looking good as fuck with one thing. Keisha Cole might as well have. Maya thick ass came out there and she was bugging and shit. Those were the days. Maya did her shit. T.I. bring them out and what you know about that man. That man. B2K did bump, bump, bump. Choreography was tight. I did not know bump, bump because first of all, B2K was kids. So I wasn't listening to that shit. I listened to Bow Weezy, but I didn't listen to B2K. Bump, 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 talking about a woman booty off, man. All right, then. You know what I'm saying? Mr. 106 in Park, Bow Wow ended it with Like You, and JD came out with Fresh As I'm Is. Sierra there. Why they didn't have Sierra come out with Like You with the thing? Sierra, she right there, fam. It was a match made in heaven for that shit. And then they gave it up to AJ at the end of the thing when they did that. That shit was straight. Dolce got best female hip hop artist. Everybody knew that shit was gonna happen. Leon Thomas, I've never listened to his albums. I know I'm bugging, but I'm gonna have to listen to Leon Thomas and see what the fuck is going on. Cause he a different type of cat. Like, you know what I'm saying? He seemed like he got some shit. So I'm all right. Then some new singer on like the Focus group motherfucker on the side stage shit. She sounded dope. Shout out to her. Rap City in the Basement Kid, Capri Luda, and Kevin Hart, and what's his name? Lil Dropper or some shit like that. All right, whatever. Mariah Carey performed. Anderson .Paak on the drums. Brought out Rakim. She was singing some other shit too. And MC was a little bit agitated. Somebody made her mad. She was talking that shit. If you listen to words she was singing. Best female R&B SZA. They didn't make it yet. That was crazy. Lil Wayne performed. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he gonna do what he do. Best new artist, Leon Thomas. I told y'all about that. Glorilla performed. Brought out Keisha Cole. Glow Code. She was the only female rapper to perform. Why don't she didn't perform? That's very odd. Though she performed at the Grammys, why she didn't perform? Okay. During the in memoriam, Quincy Jones, they did Secret Garden, and Luke James and Lucky Day was out there and all that shit. So that was dope. Stevie Wonder brought out Jamie Foxx for his Ultimate Icon Award. Now, it was dope. They did 4 Ultimate Icons, so I was cool with that with BET, but damn. We're going to get into it about how long that shit took. Babyface sung Unpredictable with Luda. That shit was cold. Tank and J Hud sung the songs from Ray. Dougie Fresh, Teddy Riley, and T-Pain sung Blame It on the Alcohol. That shit was cold because they had the show in. Man, that shit was dope. Jamie Kilter talked about a second chance. Like, he ain't going to take it for granted he received and shit. Salute to that nigga. Kevin Hart with the Usher shit. That was funny as fuck with the cherries. And, man, Pam and Keisha, nigga, of course. And then Kerry Washington go be doing this. That shit was funny as hell, man. Tiana Taylor, she said, fuck singing. Her shit was like some video game, futuristic, dope ass shit. I'm like, man, Tiana Taylor, she was on some whole other shit. And I love you, mom, but he finna get it this whole motherfucking album. She mad. You know what I'm saying? She mad as hell. And then they went to Mariah Scientist. I'm like, who the fuck is that? She said, Mariah the Scientist. She fine as fuck. Album of the year, GNX Kendrick. Whatever. Kevin gave Kendrick all 5 of his awards. He won. That was cool, but he made it. Him and SZA made it. Sitting next to SZA, sitting next to Lizzo and shit. And do what you do. Tyler Perry's speech was on time. He brought out Ledisi, right? Is it Ledisi or Ledesi? Shout out to her. Kai Cenat and Drewski helped bring out Playboy Cardi. I don't know what to say about the performance. I don't understand shit he's saying like SZA. I don't understand what Playboy Cardi say. I don't understand what SZA says. I can't understand either one of them. So, I don't know. Viewers' Choice Award, Chris Brown got it for residuals. Okay, that's fine. Busta Rhymes brought out Ultimate Icon Mariah Carey, her first BET Awards, huh? That's hate. That's hate. Mariah got too much shit and too many songs with JD and rappers and shit for that to be her first BET Award. That's hate. I don't like that shit. Are y'all gonna say she didn't come? Was she nominated though? I would like to know how many Mariah Carey nominations for BET. You know what? Let's do this. Come on. Let's look at this. BET. Let's see. Mariah Carey. Let's see. BET. Nominations. Take me straight to motherfucking Wikipedia. Let me see. I ain't looking at this shit. American Music Award, BET Awards. Okay. Mariah has 2005, 2006, and 2008 BET Awards. Best Female R&B Artist, Viewer's Choice, Don't Forget About Us, Best Female R&B Artist. So 508 Best Female R&B Artist, 2006 Viewer's Choice. All right. That ain't enough though. That not the work MC put in. You know what I mean? But Busta wasn't playing about MC either. You know what I'm saying? Audra, in memoriam again, Audra Day. Some Roberta Flack killing me softly when it came to her. Hey. Miss Day killed that shit. I'm sorry. I have to say it. And y'all know what the fuck I'm finna say. Did she kill it better than Lauren on one take? It was a little different. More acoustics. And comparison is the thief of joy. That's not what I'm doing here. It was a different take because all we've been hearing is Lauren shit, right? Lauren. Nobody else touched the song. But Audra Day, though, man, that shit was fire. Okay, so it's 10:30 p.m. Central Time, right? And I'm like, the BET Awards are usually 3 hours. That shit is like from 7 to 10. This shit is long as fuck. And I'm like, they still got to bring out Snoop and Kirk Franklin for the Ultimate Icon Award. Right after that, Dr. Dre brings out the Ultimate Icon Snoop Dogg. Shantae fixed Cuz coat when he stood up. Then he walked up there with him and shit. Snoop thanked his teachers for teaching him to read and write. That's what I'm talking about, Snoop. Without reading and writing, you can't write no raps, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's all good. Can't read these contracts. Can't do a lot of shit. He said his life coach, Uncle Charlie Wilson, for helping him get back his wife. Dope speech he gave. The fucking orchestra was dope with his set. The Crippin' Blood dances, all that shit. They was bleeping out Snoop saying Crip. Snoop can't say Crip or nigga, but can say pimp. So what's worse? Crip, nigga, or pimp? Just asking. Snoop brought out Charlie Wilson. Then let him get loose with Outstanding. Man, that shit sounded good too. Man, that shit sounded good. And then, dog, they did Ain't No Fun. They did Ain't No Fun with Corrupt and Warren G. But no, they did the real version. If I ever gave a fuck about a bitch, I'll always be broke. I wouldn't have no motherfucking endo to smoke. You know what I'm saying? They did all that shit. They bleeped out the... They did Ain't No Fun. The real version. Not the edited. Fuck it then. Where was Daz at, man? Damn, Snoop. All right. Then in memoriam, somebody else sung Brittany Spencer. Okay, Brittany Spencer. Angie Stonelaw cried out, and she murdered that shit too. Then we got the best gospel inspirational shit, Glorilla, with Kirk Franklin and Maverick City. Glow's first BET was like, I've been here 3 years. That's my only word. Don't trip on my accent, y'all. Like, man, look, you good. I like Glow. And MC Light still look good as fuck. That black don't crack, y'all. T.I. brought out the Ultimate Icon, Kirk Franklin. Kirk said he's not a perfect anything. Said he's not a perfect singer. He said, because I can't sing. I said, damn, Kirk don't sing. He just, come on. Let's go. If you come on, sing it. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get into Kirk Frank. So that was that. Then they went to commercial. Then 11:31 p.m. Central Time. Counting the pre-roll, the pre-show that was 2 hours long in itself. Yin Yang Twins, all the motherfuckers out there. The show is 4.5 hours now. I said, damn, that's a long time, right? Way too long. However, it is the best one I've seen in a while. Okay, we're not done. Kirk Franklin came out, brought Salt out. I'm not a gospel music cat. I wasn't raised on that, right? When Lutheran church, we sung hymns. We didn't do all that. He brought Salt out. I did not know this nigga danced like Neo, though. I did not know Kirk Franklin got his Neo shit off, right? This is the best gospel performance I've seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so is it teetering gospel inspirational shit? And they had a little church scene with what's my cat name from Atlanta? Man, he just slipping my name right now. Oh man. But he was there and they were like, you know what I'm saying, trying to make it seem like the older church folks hating on him for trying to mess with the rappers. He trying to save whoever the fuck you want to save. You know what I mean? Trying to get them to turn their way, man. Kirk Franklin shit, man. I'm fucking with him. He talking about the shit he shouldn't have said about his son, because he calling his son all out his name. If his son did some shit, though. You know what I mean? That don't take away he shouldn't have did that to his son, but his son did some shit. You know what I mean? I've never seen a BET Awards like this. Might be the best ever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking they doing all this shit. This has got to be the last one, yo. Let me know your favorite moment, man. Keep the conversation going. You feel me? Quick ones. Let's get it done. All right. Diddy Trial, they keep trying to ask the motherfucking lawyer and the judge to throw the case out. No, nigga. We're going to hear the motherfucking case. What's her name? Jane said Puffy still paying my shit. She kept on telling them she was supporting them because she was trying to still come up type shit. And, man, there's just a lot going on. It's a lot going on. So Diddy, the shit is Diddy. Shout out to CoCo Gauf for winning her first French Open and her second major. She won the 2023 U.S. Open. First American since Serena in 2015 to win the major called the French Open, y'all. I watched a few WNBA games this weekend. I watched some Golden State Warriors versus Las Vegas. That can't happen. They got their ass whooped. Becky Hammond was like, shit, effort. I can't do the effort shit. Y'all got to do the effort shit. Ain't shit I can do about it. Y'all give me no effort shit. What the fuck y'all want me to do? And I watched the Indiana, Chicago shit at the United Center and of course, Caitlin didn't play. One thing I can tell y'all is the WNBA players miss way too many layups and throw up a lot of bullshit around the basket. I'm not saying Angel Reese. She does her fair share of the shit, but it's more. It's more than her that do that shit. They need to pull up off the glass, yo. They got to get their package together to pull up off the glass because that should be just terrible. They just go shooting up some bullshit. NCAA news, Friday settlement allows schools to pay players directly now. It's a $2.2 billion settlement. Each school would get a $20.1 million cap per school. There's a czar that will oversee this shit. Schools say they would not be able to afford paying students, especially if they're unionized. Hey, yo. On some real shit, only 8 to 10 schools make money and are in the black. Everybody else in the fucking red, man. If football is king in your shit, so you must know SEC, Notre Dame, USC, motherfucking Ohio State, Michigan, and then all the rest of the motherfuckers in the South. The Texas, the Alabamas, the Floridas, the Florida States, all that shit, right? Georgia. This is not going to be what everyone thinks, though. Schools will have to raise ticket prices and the price of things associated, concessions, parking, shit, motherfucking tuition. This ain't gonna go the way everybody want to go, but they want to do something because they talking about the NIL is a little bit too much right now. We got to regulate that too. Like they gotta let a motherfucker know how much NIL money they get from this, that. They're trying to regulate this shit, but man, it's kind of hard now because once y'all start want to know what the fuck we doing, we need to unionize. Y'all don't know what the fuck we making off the books. This shit ain't got nothing to do with you because it's my name, likeness, and image. It's not your shit. I can't wear none of the school shit. So, nigga, this is my shit. Y'all don't need to know what I'm making off the motherfucking books. As long as I'm going to class and I'm playing them damn games, I'm telling you, woo, be careful what you wish for, Jay. All right, y'all. Man, that's it. Shit, man. Let me know in the comments, man. Keep the conversation going, man. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Support your own American-born African with mass appeal. You know what I'm saying? Listen to and follow the network on various platforms. Wherever you listen to your podcast, search Confidence and Clutch. Shit, American-born African. You know what I mean? Click the bell for notification. New content when I drop. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Every subscriber matters. That means you, and you. Hey, man, we got to get it together. What we going to do if people want to come over here is land of the free, home of the brave, right? help them get in the proper way. And if they don't, yes, get their ass up out of here. I'm in agreement to that. Come through the right way like everybody else. That's all people are asking. Follow us on X at KITK. You know what I'm saying? Weekly. Donald Nelson, D-Nell, Dizzle, Deezy, Deezus, Deezos, Don P, Don D, Lil D, Don Really Digger, Don Loke, host of Confidence in the Klutch Podcast with Donald Nelson. Confidence in the Klutch Podcast about sports, entertainment, music, culture, religion, politics, and society. Have a safe and healthy night, y'all. If you're listening to Today Time, credit great day on purpose, y'all. Listen, y'all can't be going just grabbing people up like that, man, and just grabbing them out of their living situation, separating them from their families, talking about we kicking you out. Man, if y'all said, well, we gave them time to get out, they didn't want to get out, we got to get them out by force, that's a whole different thing, man, but it got to be a better way. It got to be a better way. Where it's taking them to court, where it's saying this what it is, what are you doing, and if they in here legally, yes, we got to get them out. If they got some time still left on whatever they're trying to work out, we got to get them due process, man, because I'll be fucked to go somewhere, and I get over there, and they talking about, dog, you know what I mean, you got to get out, or whatever, or I got to stay. Shit, how about that? Shit, we go visit some of these places. Shit, we don't want to live in that motherfucker, though. You feel me? Ha ha. Hey, patience. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.